No,
Okay.
just the lid.
Okay.
Okay, so we have our cabbage juice indicator, and I just want to explain a little bit. When you're doing this lab, any containers that you have to use is fine. So this was like a Dr. Pepper bottle that I washed out. So you can use empty water bottles. Some of the containers that I have over here are just little Tupperware containers, little medicine containers. So just anything that you have, you can use, or you can use glasses. But it's got to be clear. You got to be able to see. This is the cabbage juice indicator, which what it's going to do is it's going to change color in different pHs. And in your lab, you have a color chart, and the color chart shows you the different colors that match up with different pH. Just as a reminder, low pH is acid, pH of 7 is neutral, and then pHs that are higher than 7 all the way to 14 are basic. That's a base. So real high numbers are bases and low numbers are acids. And we're just going to pick randomly any 10 solutions. The only thing I would advise you is the solutions you pick what you have already at home. You don't have to go out and buy anything special for this lab, except for the purple cabbage. But what I would advise is just make sure that the solutions are as clear as possible. The clear, or even if they're a little whitish or a little yellowish, but the clear solutions, if you get solutions that are already a dark color, like let's say you decided that you wanted to test a soda like Coke or Pepsi or Dr. Pepper, that dark color is going to skew your results. It's not going to be the right color when you add the indicator to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and I want to show you too, if you can't see the color that well, the color your indicator should be is the color of your cabbage. This color means pH of 7. So when you see this color, that means the pH is 7. And then will you put that over somewhere away from us? And the next thing that I want you to do is I want you to go to your chart on your computer, table number 1. Well, no, even before that, you want to make a prediction about all 10 of your solutions. Now, we have chosen for our solutions, I'm going to read them to you. We have chosen tap water, Great Value bottled water, Aquafina bottled water, baking soda and water, a solution of baking soda and water, vinegar and water, bleach, Clorox bleach, Sprite, lemon juice and water, salt water, and this is random, but my daughter has diabetes, so she had some insulin that was old, so we're going to test insulin. We're going to see if the insulin, what the pH of the insulin is. So I have written on my table the names beside the numbers, the names of the solutions beside the numbers, and that's what you need to do also, so that you can then go and number your containers. Like, well, this one has a 2 on it. But number your containers 1 through 10 so that you know what's in each container. And we're going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to let JJ do this part. She's going to pour, well, we can actually do it together. We're going to go ahead and add our solutions. I'm getting tap water. She's going to get the bottled water. I have got, as you can see, I have got container number 1. I guess you can see it. Container, I guess you can see that one. Anyway, I've got container number 1. I'm going to put a little bit of tap water in it. No, you don't have to measure this. Just a little bit. I don't know how to tell you. Maybe a tablespoon, but just eyeball it. You do not have to use a tablespoon to measure it.
And I've got the container 2, and I'm going to put the Great Value water in this container.
And I will do the Aquafina in container 3. What we are really doing is just adding enough to cover the bottom of the container. All you have to do with that is put tap water and then a little pinch. For the baking soda, You can just put a little pinch of baking soda in with the amount of water that you added to, you know, like we added a little bit of tap water to our first container. Use that same amount of water and put a little pinch of baking soda. It does not take much baking soda at all. All right, and the next one is vinegar, and the vinegar should be white vinegar if possible. The other vinegar, apple cider vinegar, is too dark. The vinegar is going in container number 5, which is one of my little medicine containers. And then container 6 is going to be bleach, so we need to be really careful with pouring that. Thank you. That's good enough.
And 7, I'm going to put Sprite in the 7 container.
All right, and I'm going to do in 8, I'm going to do a little bit of water and a little bit of lemon juice because that lemon juice is yellow and I want it to be clear as possible. This lemon juice is lemon juice that you use for cooking. It's not it's not like lemonade. So,
and then for container 9, I'm going to make the salt water with a little bit of tap water and some salt.
And container 10, I'm going to add the insulin. I've never done this before. Okay, I think I need to poke a hole in this. I'm going to, just so that we can keep moving with this, I'm going to go get a needle syringe to get the insulin out because I can't get into it. But while I'm doing that, the next step that you need to do is you need to write down the initial color of your solutions. I can see for all of our solutions that it's either going to be clear, completely clear like water, or it's going to be a little bit cloudy. Clear, but a little bit cloudy. So you might, use those kinds of descriptions. And then JJ is going to add just pour that same amount, a tablespoon is fine, of the cabbage juice indicator to each of our solutions.
All right, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. I'm going to let you watch her do this with one solution, the tap water.
Can I just pull it up like this? Like, just pull it up, or?
Oh no, pour it from the bottle.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Sorry.
Just pour it to get something that's easy to pour, and you can just pour it from the bottle. Yeah. Okay, you gotta move this way.
All right.
See, look and see if you're on the computer. Okay, and then yeah. Okay, and now I just want to show you guys this because when you get to this point, a piece of white paper behind your solution, and try to make sure it goes on the here. Do you see how much better you can see that color when you put a piece of white paper behind your solution? So I would either sit my containers on white paper or have them against a white wall. Just anything that's white is going to show the colors much better. So,
Okay.
Now, we are going to complete this just in a minute, but I'm not going to record that part because I don't want to give you the answers. But and I'm not going to do the rest of the lab with you. I'm not going to record the whole entire lab with you. I think this is probably enough to get you started if you just follow the directions for the rest of the lab. But I want to let you know that you will lose points on this lab if you don't include, with your lab report, you have to include 2 photographs at least. Like a picture of you standing next to your lab setup where it's really easy for me to see you in the picture and your lab setup. The purpose of the photographs is to prove to me that you did the lab. So take some before pictures and some after pictures just so that I can see that you did this lab. That's the only reason for the pictures, but they are a pretty significant part of your grade. All right, so I think that's it. All right, thank you.